Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another EVE Online video. As you can see, we are doing a combat site. This is actually a Blood Hub site, which is a level 8 site. And I'm going to show you my fit first. And then we'll talk about the absolute horrible day that I had. So, the one thing that I have changed is I have got rid of the Tech 2 Rapid Light Missile Launchers and brought in the Tech 1 Cruise Missile Launchers. The reason why they're Tech 1s is because you're getting very close. Do you know what? Pop this one out, and we'll pop this one out too. And we'll just let them go deal with that. He healed up, class. Okay, yeah, so this has a lot more range, whereas the Rapid Light Missile Launchers we were running with range of about 24 kilometers. These are up to 111 kilometers, and I've only recently started skilling into these, so obviously it's not the best, but at the same time it's still more than enough to clear a Blood Hub. And as you can see, we are cap stable, so I can just sit with these on and just go to town, really, basically. But we're going to talk about the most horrendous day that I had in this game. And I've never really had an awful lot of bad days, per se. I've had days where, I couldn't be arsed playing, and I lost a mining ship or something like that, and I've just turned it off because I just couldn't be arsed playing. But I've never really had any genuinely bad days up until recently, and it made me actually move out of the system that I was in, which was probably for the best, because the system that I was doing the majority of my ratting in, it was the main system for the Alliance. It was a massive market system that had, like, at any given time, other than just after reset, that had about 400 people in it, which was really, really hard to check on local that way, because obviously you're scrolling down 400 people. It can take a bit to actually see. Like, you can grab it and just go like that, but it's not the same, so what am I going to do? Is that me on there? It is. What I will do is, so they're weaker to the EM. That's fine. And then what we will do is we'll let the drones take the last one, so that I can just kind of let the shields go back up with the booster on. But yeah, I used to do a lot of rapping in that system because it was the market system. It was like the main hub, which was great because I could just go back to station. I could get I have a cormorant for wrecking, so salvaging. It's just something nice and easy. I wasn't, but whenever I bought it, I wasn't really doing an awful lot of ratting, so I was like, I don't want to spend the money on like a Noctis or something like that, which I probably should now. But I always stayed in that system because, again, there was a market system there, so it was easy to, once I was running out of missiles or something, I was going back and, buying them there, and I had station containers set up for rat loot and stuff like that. It was a lot easier just to be in that system. But obviously, whenever it comes along with that, that's whenever you run into other problems, like not being able to see local as much or as easy. Like, I can scroll right down the bottom local, right, and by the time I finished that sentence, I'd done the top and the bottom for this system, and it's just a lot easier to keep an eye on it. So then again, on that day it wouldn't have made much of a difference anyway, because I was blopsed twice within like a few hours by the same people, and it cost me 4 million. That hurts to say that. You know what? It didn't actually cost me 4 billion. The whole day cost me 4 billion. So we'll go back to the start. Alright, I was doing, basically what I'm doing now is I was going out and I was doing some ratting. This is a Blood Hub site, which according to Eve University is a level 8 site. Okay, I, don't really need to worry about death. It's not really much of an option unless, if I'm on certain sites and I accidentally hit the trigger and then next thing you know, loads of people spawn. That can be an issue. I am not holding the right button. We'll target you and we'll go for you. So, but what I will do is I will bring these back because I don't want them dying, so I will bring them back until everyone gets a wee bit closer, and we'll go for you first. So yeah, a lot of the times, like especially if I'm working and I'm doing a combat site, what I will do is I will do it really slowly, just so that I'm not rushing in. Like I'm just sitting here, I'm not moving, and I will do this whenever I'm in work because it is a lot easier to keep an eye on me, my ship, my drones, and what's happening whenever I'm not moving. So I would just purposely do it slowly. Like I could send these drones out and while you go do your thing, but I'm taking it nice and slow. But with that being said, I was doing ratting and I was just in a site and I was doing my thing and I walked back to station, and whenever I walked back to station I got my cormorant for salvaging. And as soon as I got my cormorant, I went back out, salvaged everything up. It was great. Back to the station, got my rattlesnake. And as soon as I got my rattlesnake, which the rattlesnake is, it's about 1.35 billion, so it is, for the fit. Well, actually, no. Recently, down with the where I am, this fit costs about 1.5. So it's about 1.5 billion, and I went out to a new site, and probably within 30 seconds, I get blopsed. And there was a manticore, a Loki, a widow, and fuck, what was the other one? I think the other one was a saber, maybe. I think so. It was that combination of ships. There was 6 of them, I believe, 5 or 6. Which, do you know what? I was sitting there, and at the start, I was like, I was annoyed. I'm not going to lie. At the start, I was annoyed because I was like, for fuck's sake, right? So there goes 1.5 billion with the rattlesnake. Then I had about, I want to say about 800 million. No, not about 800 million. About 500 million in what do you call those, implants. I had about 600 million in implants. So that was that gone. So already we're over 2 billion, and I was like, right, this is. I should have took a break then and there, but I didn't. What I did was I actually went back to station, and whenever I went back to station, I realised that there was still quite a few people in our intel chat that were saying that there is other people very close by. So what I done was I got in a Kiki more, and they were coming to a certain gate. So I was at the gate waiting for them to come through, and as I was at the gate waiting for them to come through, I get jumped by a saber and a Loki, which then subsequently just decided that, you know what, I'm out. They cloaked up and disappeared, which was annoying. So the Loki, or the Kiki More, was about 130 million ish, give or take. So that obviously was not good. Is there only 4 of these left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. I'll just keep an eye on these drones. So I went back and I just sat in station for a while because, again, I was working. So I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to sit in station. I was sitting in station, I was doing a bit of work, and then I was like, should I just buy a new Rattlesnake? Because, if you watched one of my previous videos that I made last week, and it was talking about the 2 weeks down in Nullsec, Right. Funny enough, that that video was recorded on the same day that I lost my shit. So, I like to record some videos in advance whenever I have a bit of free time. So I recorded that video, and then went on, and that's whenever I lost all that. The 2 weeks in nullsec video. That's when everything got lost, which was fucking great. So I decided, I'm just going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to just buy a new Rattlesnake. So I bought the Rattlesnake, 1.5 billion. Didn't buy the implants again because, at this stage it was still, I just wanted to get back to it. I wanted to get back to making money and stuff like that there. So I bought the Rattlesnake, and I went out, I done a site, which was just another blood hub. Went and done a blood hub. Still kind of working my way up towards Blood Havens. Whether that's going to be a good thing or not, I don't know. So done a blood hub, and again back to station, and I finished it. Back to station, put all the rat loot back into my container, grabbed the cormorant, went out, salvaged everything, went back, found a new blood hub, warped to it, and as soon as I warped to it, it looked to me like it was already on the second wave, and I was like, right, someone's been here, do you know what, I'll just go to the next one. So I was picking the next one to go to. I was there for about 15 seconds and get jumped again. And I was like, oh my god. And it was by the same people, so I'm pretty convinced that these people have just been camping these sites, just waiting on someone. Like that blood hub that I warped to, that looked like it was on the second side, someone was probably doing that and then get jumped by those people. So by this stage I was pissed, and I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking pissed, because there's another Rattlesnake that's going down, because I get jumped, and I get jumped by a Widow, a Manticore, a Loki, and I believe a Saber. I believe it to be a Saber. Okay, can I check here? Okay, kill report. Who is that? So there's the Loki. Okay, so I thought that was that site done. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so by this stage I have lost, it's 1.5, it's 3 plus the 500 to 600 was that, plus the Kiki, which all in all is very close to 4 billion. I think it worked out that it was going to be like 3.7 billion or something like that, which was infuriating, because I'm not taking into consideration the loot that was lost. Do you know what, I'm going to call you back, because you are just getting a wee bit too trigger happy out there. It ended up that the MTUs that I had out and stuff like that there, and the loot that was lost and all that there. So yeah, about 3.7 billion. And I was sitting in work, and I had it was one of those days in work where I was just like, this is going to be a really long day, before any of this happened. And then that happened, and I was like, I'm fucking done with this day. As you can see, I bit the bullet again and got another Rattlesnake, and at that stage I was like, do you know what, and even people in the corporation were telling me as well, it was like, do you know what, maybe it is time for you to maybe go to a different system, which I did, which has been a lot quieter, and I'm able to check on local, and it's great that way. Are you still being attacked? Drone, why you do this? Right, which is closest? Right, Phantom, you're getting targeted. So yeah, it was a horrible day, and that is how I lost 3.7 billion, almost 4 billion. And this all happened, and I mean, I can't stress this enough. This all happened within the space of a few hours, which was the annoying thing. It's not like, and I would get it, and I would be like, yeah, do you know what? It was my fault if I was going out looking for PvP, but I wasn't. And at the same time, you can say it's still your fault because you're in nullsec. It happens, and it does. Do you know what? And like I says, at the start, I was pissed, and I mean fucking pissed at that situation happening. Right, so I was really pissed off about it. And after thinking about it, I was like, do you know what? I'm just impressed, because even though I lost that amount of money and the ships and the time and stuff like that, and I lost all of that, I'm impressed because the level of coordination it takes, because I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that it's not the one person with all of that, right? It's not one person using like 6 accounts, alright? If it was, that's even more impressive. But to be able to coordinate an attack like that, to jump in on someone, not get caught, kill them, the Rattlesnake, and warp out, or not warp out, just cloak up and disappear without getting caught, is insanely impressive. So, and you know what, I have a habit of making videos of me, either getting killed or doing something stupid and someone else finding me. I have a habit of those people actually finding these videos. So if you're the person that found these videos, or if you're the person that killed me, right, and you're the person that was like, I'm gonna fucking blop you whenever you're just trying to do a site, please let me know, because I'm severely impressed with how you were able to do it. The level of coordination that it took was insane, and they've done a fantastic fucking job of it, I'll tell you that. But it does mean that there's a potential for getting back to the whole taking time to do the wormhole videos on another account could take a bit of a hit, just because I have some money to make back, which, hopefully I don't lose more ships, because then that would set it back even more. But I'll just have a wee check here, see what we're on. 3.3 million. Okay, I like to leave it as a surprise. So what I am going to do, how did I close that? Oh my god, I'm near dead. No, I'm not near dead, but my shields are near gone. So what we're going to do is the last two. What I'm going to do is we'll kill this guy, and we'll let my drones do that. What are you doing? I don't want you to orbit. Stop it. Yeah, so we're going to kill this guy, and then we're going to let my drones do this one while my shields repair, and we're just going to sit here, and I'm going to take my time because I have a few things that I need to do on the computer, so I will take my time and just let them do that. But that is going to do it for me. Yeah, I lost 3.7 billion within the space of a few hours, and at the end of the day, I'm impressed at how they've done it. So kudos to you. If you were the one that done it, congratulations. It was good. I was pissed at you at the start, I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking pissed at you at the start, but all's well that ends well. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Until next time, thanks for watching.